This is my ASIS Part 2. I'm sure you've noticed there's a change in scenery. I figured since we're talking technology, I like to use analogies and I like to compare cameras to vehicles. Today I'm driving in a Honda S2000 AP2 for those of you that don't know. It's actually a rear wheel drive car. Mine is currently at about 286 horsepower and it's just a fun car with a 50-50 weight distribution. But let's get into the talk about the cameras. Just like this car, it's good for something. This car is phenomenal for track, but it's not a drag race car. It's fast, but it's not, with the right muscle car next to me, I'll be crying. But if you put the right camera in the right application, just like you put the right car, I won't try to tow my boat with this, right? My 12,000 pound boat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, let's get a truck to do that and make sure that it's got a tow package. So let's talk about this whole low light camera deal with color. Well, I'm gonna talk to you about a really neat one that I saw at the show this year. And two things to remember. It's got extreme low light with color and high megapixel. So we're talking 4K, usable 4K at night. Many of the 4K cameras out there aren't usable at that resolution when there's low light. So we're gonna join Skip just now. You're gonna go back to the show and we're gonna have a little conversation with Skip from Sony about this really unique camera. Here with Skip from Sony. And first I wanna paint this scenario for you. How many times have you put a camera in a large location that's dark and you just don't see anything? There's no usable light. You gotta spend about 20K to add light in, like a stadium or some large parking lot. And you probably have to use 4 or 5 cameras, and then that's 4 or 5 drops. So you add that up for more PoE ports. Well, I've got a solution for you with very low light conditions in mind.
We have several applications. Parking lots are a good application. It's very popular with transit, rail. Stadiums are a huge customer. Wherever lighting's a challenge. We even have people that work with the sea turtles. They want to monitor the sea turtles.
Now he's being very modest. He always say lighting is being a challenge. We're talking about, this is like space age. Now, I'm not kidding you. This is like space age. When you see this compared to a regular 1080p camera or some of these low light cameras on the market, this is as good as day as it is as night. And it's an IP camera. It's 4K and it's got a phenomenal lens on it. So you're gonna see some footage that Tony's gonna push out here for us.
Well, the thing I'd like to add is about low light. Security cameras are meant to work in lighting that's associated with urban environments. So when you look at a low lighting environment, they say, how would this look like in like downtown Miami at night? That's a realistic expectation for a security camera. What we're able to do with the VB770 is actually utilize starlight. So just picture yourself out on the beach, right? You're in South Florida, you're out on the beach. Maybe it's a little cloudy of an evening. You can still see the stars, but the moon's not that bright, it's not that full. We're able to provide you color video. Not only color video, but you're not going to see a lot of noise. Sometimes when we see low light video, there's a lot of noise. That's artificial light being brought in the scene. We don't need to utilize that.
So you mean I can actually see the face of someone with this?
Absolutely. The colors of their shirts, their faces, full details. We're really competing against thermal imaging, which reads heat. That's what people utilize in those applications, is thermal imaging that tells you that's a man or maybe it's a woman. I can't really tell. It's essentially kind of like a motion detector like you would have in your house. With this camera, we're able to provide you, that's a person in a red shirt and blue jeans climbing over my fence.
Skip, thanks so much for your time here at
Thank you.
2017.